100,000 bow spins in 100 days leads to basic martial arts mastery. Start with your staff in one hand. You're gonna turn it out from side to side. You're gonna warm up properly. This is not part of the 100,000 spins. We're gonna talk about how we break that down and how you reach mastery with daily discipline. Daily discipline is more important than motivation. Daily discipline is more important than any kind of fancy secret or anything else that people will talk about that allows you to be successful in life. It all comes down to daily discipline. What are your habits? Are your habits promoting you and getting you to where you want to be, or your habits pulling you back, holding you back, making you feel like a whiny little victim? If you change your habits, you'll change your life. So you're just going side to side. In this case, we're going to do 100,000 bow spins using a long martial arts staff like this, a bow staff, jongbong, that's a Korean name for it, the Chinese gun, whatever you call it, the bong or the bang. It could even be a silambam. Maybe you do the Indian martial arts, silambam or kirapati, one of those. Maybe you follow the Tamil style, the gakta, but they're all going to be about the same length. It's about as tall as I am. It's about an inch around. It can be a little bigger, a little smaller. You can start with a broomstick, but just get started on your goal to get in 100,000 spins over 100 days. Daily discipline leads to martial arts mastery. Now, I've warmed up the wrists one at a time. Now you're gonna go from one hand to the other hand, and this is still just the warm-up phase. You wanna get the blood into the joint, stay safe from injury. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Allow the weight of the staff to pull your wrist around. And this is just a black version of a red oak staff. The links are below if you wanna see what these cost. It's that first or second link. Where it says get a bow staff here. People ask me all the time, how did you get that black staff? And I actually painted this one. I took a regular staff and painted it black, but you can buy a black staff. It's in that link below. Or you buy another staff and paint it whatever color you want. There's no rule that says your staff has to be a certain size, color, weight, or anything. They're about 72 inches, but you may not be as tall. Get a little bit shorter one. Now this is your warm-up. Your warm-up is done. We're gonna talk about 100,000 spins in 100 days, taking daily action. Daily action leads to mastery of the basics of the bow over 100 days. That's 1,000 spins a day. And we're gonna start with spin number 1, which is going to be a butterfly spin. So I'm gonna bring this one over the top. Orange is perfect, I love it. Tell us your origin story. The comment said I have an orange staff with an interesting origin story. The way it became orange, I guess, or how you got it. You're just gonna turn the staff in this hand, the other hand's on the bottom, there's your butterfly, just palm to palm. You're going to turn it around, pull the top hand back, slide it back in, pull the bottom hand out of the way, slide it back in. I love it when people leave me comments and say, I'm using, oh, thank you, Danelle. Is it Danelle or Dan? I'm gonna say Danelle. It sounds like Danelle, right? Thank you for becoming a member. Really appreciate that. That really helps me keep this channel going. You sustain the Quantum Martial Arts School, this virtual community that we all belong to. It's not my school, it's our school. So you're going to go 50 times in one direction. After 50 times in one direction, you're just going to change the direction. The hands are still pulling out of the way. Palms facing opposite directions. The hand pulls out of the way. I always like to put the hard ones first. Get those out of the way. Butterfly spin is difficult at the beginning, but don't worry, you're gonna get it and you're gonna get really good at it because we're gonna do it 50 times in each direction for 100 days. We're gonna do a little bit every day. It's like brushing your teeth, making your bed. Rely on discipline. Don't rely on motivation. Don't rely on talent. Don't rely on brilliant instruction. Rely on daily discipline. Do a little bit every single day. 50 per hand, or 50 in each direction. I went this way, and then after 50, I just changed the direction of the spin and I did another 50. Now, you could also change which hand's on top, and you could spin it that way, and you could break it down 25 per direction per which hand's on top. You can do it however you want to do it, but do 100 butterfly spins for 100 days. That would be 10,000 spins. So now, you've heard this saying all the time. If you do anything 10,000 times, you'll reach a basic level of mastery. So you have now reached the basic level of mastery on the butterfly spin. Let's go to spin number 2, because we have 10 spins 100 times every single day. Danelle, awesome. Thank you, Danelle. And thank you for being a member. You're going to do the butterfly spin first. Number 2 is going to be the sideways figure 8, also known as an endless spin, because it also makes the infinity sign. And I bring that to one side of the body and then to the other side of the body. Just hit the bag back there. Move a little bit. Actually, I'm going to move you guys back. Hold on. I always try to give you a fair warning when I move it, because I know it can cause a little bit of nausea for some people. From side to side, you're leading with your thumb, pushing down, slow as smooth, smooth as fast, a little at a time. You're going to do this 25 times with the right hand, just pulling one side to the other side, one side to the other side. Then step up so your feet are directly into your body. Bring the staff directly to your side. So if I turn to the side, it would look like this. From here, I'm going to do that same motion in and back. The other hand is always up and out of the way. I'm pulling it in here and here. I pull it to the side so that I can exercise and engage the muscles on the side and the back of the shoulder to stabilize them, increase flexibility, get blood in there to heal anything that might be gnarly that's going on. Maybe you haven't used it for a while. Improve your posture. And now this is the exact same spin. When I face you, I have my right foot forward. This is my right hand. You're coming from side to side. Then you step up, and you're doing this from front to back. Same exact spin, just a different plane of motion. So you did 25 to the front, bring it 25 to the side, put it into the other hand. This is the left hand, left foot forward. Bring it to the right side, bring it to the left side, leading with the thumb, pushing down and over. Speed it up when you're ready, but there's no rule that says over 100 days you've got to go really fast. What you're going to find out is that by doing this every day, as you get closer and closer to mastery of this basic spin, number 2, you're going to be really fast. And it's not going to be because you're stronger. You are stronger. It's not going to be because you're smoother. You will be smoother. It'll be because you're more confident. And your confidence will naturally permeate the staff. It's got a mind of its own. It becomes an extension of your body. And it's just going to move itself faster and faster and faster. Now, that's not some voodoo weird stuff. That's just facts. When you're getting really good at something, you get out of your comfort zone more easily. You push yourself because you trust yourself. But the only way to get to that trust and that confidence is to earn it. And that's daily discipline. 100,000 spins in 100 days. That daily discipline leads to basic bow staff mastery. You're coming to the front and the back. You did 25 here, 25 here. You're now at 200 spins. Number 1 was butterfly spin. Number 2 is the forward motion, figure 8. Now, number 3 is a reverse. So you did over 100 days, you did 10,000 butterflies. Now you've done another 10,000 with the forward figure 8. You're at 20,000 spins. You've now mastered over 100 days 2 basic bow moves. Number 3 is going to be taking that same side to side spin. You were going forward first. Now you just pull it up. And where you were leading with your thumb, now lead by pulling the pinky or the small side of the hand up. And you can see, I often put tape in the middle so that as I'm teaching someone, I can say blue side or red side. In this case, follow the blue side. Blue comes up, blue comes up, If I were going down, I'd say follow the red side. Red goes down, red goes down. That's forward. So now blue's coming up. You're pulling up from here, right foot forward. It's in my right hand. Other hand is up. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Make a nice big round motion. Stomach up and in. And if you're frustrated on day 1, you're not going to be as frustrated on day 10. Because on day 10, you will have done this spin 1,000 times with just a little bit every day. Just 100 spins, 25 to the front, 25 to the side. Same rule as the last one. Put it into the other hand, left foot forward, pushing down. Oh wait, we already did that. Pulling up. Good thing I have my blue and red. I started thinking blue, red, which way am I supposed to be going? I need to pull up. And that happens. You'll think you're doing a reverse spin, and you'll actually be doing the forward spin. I see it every day because I train this every day with students here in person, and I'll say, test yourself, just stop and then reverse it. And then you'll figure out very quickly, are you in the right direction for what you want to be training? 25 to the front, feet up under your body, staff to the side, pulling with the pinky side, up and over, hands up. You're gonna find too that this reverse spin actually is gonna go faster than a forward spin. Stomach up and in. If you wanna increase your speed, stomach up and in, abs tight, engage your core muscles. Hand up, guard your head. Now, we're at 300. 300 for the day. You're gonna do that over 100 days, 30,000 spins. You've mastered 3 basic bow staff spins. You're getting better, you're getting confident, you feel good about what you're doing. You don't feel like a beginner anymore. In just 100 days are gonna pass anyway, right? Imagine if you didn't brush your teeth for 100 days. How disgusting your teeth are gonna feel. But 100 days are gonna pass anyway. You might as well brush your teeth twice a day, maybe 3 or 4 times after your meals. Same thing, you don't make your bed for 100 days. What a disgusting pigsty you live in. If you make your bed for 100 days, that habit is ingrained. You won't be able to leave the house unless you've made your bed. Same thing with the bow staff mastery. You do this for 100 days, your muscles are stronger, your body is leaner, your focus is increased, your ability to get out of your comfort zone, your confidence, you throw your shoulders back, you carry yourself in a different manner. From 100 days, we're at 30,000 spins. Spin number 4, we're gonna do wrist roll over the back of the hand on the thumb side. Now you have thumb side, pinky side. So you're gonna go up. As you go up, you open your hand. See how kind of balance is there? And then your hand, without freaking out and throwing your hand, which is gonna happen at the beginning. That's how I did it. You open your hand, calm yourself with the breath, turn your hand over and catch it. This is a great exercise because it forces you to calm down and not slow down. If you slow down too much, your staff falls to the floor. So you have to keep that momentum, and you want to go over the thumb. Now here's the other reason I have the tape. You can see that if I do the spin over and over again, I'm going to end up with one long side, blue side, and one short side, red side. Your staff's going to fall to the floor. You're going to be frustrated if your hand is here, and when you turn it and you are getting ready to bring it all the way over, allow your hand to loosen a little bit, not all the way, just a tiny little bit, so that it slides back into your palm. See where it is? Oh, went too much. And it'll take a little time, but this will become instinctive for you. This will become a natural motion. You won't even realize you're doing it after a while, but you'll be keeping your hand in the center of the staff, or the staff center in your hand, however you want to look at it. Do this 25 times, then go in the other hand, do this 25 times. And the reason I say 25 is you can go to 50. When you go to 50, you're going to get a really good workout. But maybe work up to 50. Break it down in sets of 10 if you need to. 10 and change, 10 and change, total of 50. And let me show you, because we're going to jump to number 5 real quick. That's the reverse side. So you're doing the opposite. So if you want, I'm going to show you how to put them together here in a second. You just do 25 this way. Really focus, isolate that move, coming over the pinky side of the hand, the small side of the hand. These two are going to take you a little bit longer. which is good. You want it a little bit longer. You want to focus on getting really good. And then the other hand over the pinky side. 2. See where I am there? But then watch this. Now the next set of 25 on each hand, put those two together so you knock them out faster. You're gonna go thumb side, pinky side, over and back. 1, 2, or 1, 2, 2. And the reason I say 1, 1, 2, 2, because it's one thumb, one pinky side. So you can now combine them and get there faster. There's 3. Only count when you do a full revolution each side. 4, 5. Do that 25 times. Throw it in the other hand. Same thing. And when you do this and you turn it back the other way, that fires the muscles in there, giving you a stronger grip, better control over your staff, side to side. Now you've done 5 spins. What did we start with? We started with butterfly, 10,000 spins in 100 days. Basic mastery of the butterfly. Then you did forward figure 8s, 50 per hand, 25 to the front, 25 to the side. That's 200 or 20,000 spins in 100 days. And it's this daily discipline. Daily discipline leads to bow staff mastery. Daily discipline leads to mastery of anything. It's daily discipline. It's not you wake up one day and you spend 3 days doing 100,000 spins and then you've got it. That's not how your body works. Your body has to go to sleep, rest, grow, be stronger, and then you're better. So do a little bit at a time. The third spin was reverse figure 8. Sometimes I have to talk to myself in my head. That's 30,000 spins in 100 days. Number 4 was thumb side, wrist rolls, 400 or 40,000. And then number 5 gets us to 50,000 spins in 100 days. And this part of the workout, you're about 10 minutes in. That's about how long it's going to take eventually, because you're going to get really good at it. 10 minutes in. And then, let me raise the camera up a little bit. I want to go overhead, and you can warm up overhead just by turning and going out. And if you want, you can count this: 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 100, right? And that gets you, or count it to 50. Let me show you how to put it together with the next one so you can do it like the last 2 and get 200 more in pretty quickly. So that's overhead. You can also, let me just show you this modification. You did the butterfly in front of your body. Once you get really comfortable with that, put your hand up over your head and do the butterfly overhead, spinning one way or the other way. Either way, doesn't matter, 100 times or 50 times. And then you can take it to the side, put it behind your back. And when you do that, your thumb comes up, your other hand comes under, thumb comes out. Your hand goes back behind your back, other hand comes back under it, behind it, and pulls it out. So now you're going from side to side, 2, 3, and if you drop it, or when you drop it, I'm going to say when because I drop it every single workout. So it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And if you expect not to drop it, then you're going too slow. You're not trying anything that gets you out of your comfort zone. You're lying to yourself. You're never going to grow. Get out of your comfort zone, drop it a lot, pick it up a lot. Once you get behind your back 50 times, over your head 50 times, the general rule, the question is, you're 150 centimeters. I don't know how to convert that. Somebody else convert that for him or her to inches. I don't know. But the general rule is it's about as tall as you are. Now, you can be a little bit taller. It can be a little bit taller. Doesn't matter. Just get started with what you have. If you only have a broomstick and it's this tall, use that. Use what you have. Invest your time before you invest your money. But if you're ready, pull the trigger, go to the link below, the second link, see what they cost, and pay for one that you really want to use because you've already been using a broomstick for a while. But the general rule is from here. Is this live stream to tell me what the answers are or not? Yes, ask me your question again. So from here, go behind your back, pull it up over your head, spin it, go down behind your back, bring it up over your head, behind your back, over your head. So you did this 50 times, and you did this 50 times. That gets you 50 of each. Then you're going, okay, 5'9". If you are 5'9" or 150 centimeters, get a bow that is 72 inches. Thank you, you're cool too. Patty says I'm cool. I'm saying Patty, unless you're saying somebody else is cool, but I think you guys are all cool. 150 centimeters, about as tall. If he's 5'9", what's 72 inches in centimeters? Can anybody tell us? Try with your bow. Good, Tanya, try with your bow. Danelle's 5 foot, and the staff's 4 foot, 7/8 inch diameter. Perfect, Danelle, that's the perfect size. The size, the one that you have right now is the perfect one, especially for this 100 days basic bow staff mastery. Daily discipline leads to bow staff mastery. 100,000 spins. 100,000 spins are 10 spins done 100 times each. That's 1,000 a day for 100 days. Good. It says you use a 1x3 dowel to work the forearm. Perfect. What you have is the best thing to use. Now, you did it overhead. You did it behind the back 50 times each. Put it together, overhead, behind the back for the second 50, maybe 25 going in one direction. And stop it, 25, whipping it around, going the other direction. If you're hitting your head, it's because your elbow's bent. Or when you go behind your back, if you're hitting your calf or the back of your head, it's either because you're going too fast and you just slow down for the weight of the staff that you have, or when you're overhead, this is where the spin happens here. When you're behind your back, this is when the spin happens behind the back. Overhead, when it comes down, it's not spinning. So if you're hitting yourself a lot, stop spinning. Here, 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 spin again, behind the back. Don't spin, don't spin, don't spin, spin. Don't spin. 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 Spin overhead, spin behind your back. And if you're hitting yourself a lot, overhead, you're probably doing this. Just because I see it every night, and that's why it looks like it. Yes, so if you have a bow that's too big to work inside and you can't get outside for some reason, if that reason is that other people might think you're weird or funny or whatever, get over yourself. If that's the reason that's holding you back from training outside, get outside. But maybe it's a COVID shutdown. Maybe it's too cold, too hot, too whatever. You just can't get outside. Then try to take a shorter staff, and it can be anything. It can be a dowel rod from the store. It can be a curtain rod. It can be anything. And practice the moves inside. And then when you can get outside, bring your bow and then practice your techniques. So just modify. Use what you have now. Oh, good. Snowing. Snowing in April. Where are you that it's snowing right now? You said it's snowing right now. Right now it's almost 90 degrees here. Sun's shining. It rained all day yesterday, but above those rain clouds was the sun. I was talking to my friend Pascal, who's a French personal trainer next door. And we were talking, and somebody else was moaning about the rain. And it's so gray and it's so rainy. And I said, yeah, but like once out of the last 30 days, the rest of the time it's been sunny and beautiful. And Pascal said, and above, oh yeah. I was talking to one of my students in Ohio last night, and he said, it was supposed to snow last night in Ohio too. So that happens. Yeah, dowel rods are perfect. Thank you, Danelle. 36 degrees Fahrenheit where Steven is and raining. That's the worst, when it's gray and raining, but nothing lasts forever. It's temporary. The weather's going to change. You know that, especially in Michigan and Ohio. All right, that's where I grew up. All right, 2 to 4 inches by tomorrow. That's crazy. In the Netherlands, beautiful in the Netherlands. The Netherlands is some of the most beautiful place in the world. Now, with, what are we up to? We up to 700, 7,000, 8,000? All right, so let's review, because my math is off this morning. Butterfly spin, that's number 1. You do that for 100 days, 100 times a day, you're at 10,000 basic mastery of the butterfly. Number 2, forward figure 8, 20,000. 3, reverse, 30,000. 4, we have thumb side wrist rolls, 40,000. 5, pinky side wrist rolls, 50,000. 6, overhead, 60,000. Behind the back, 70,000. Number 8, one of my favorites of all time, And one of the ones that will elude you at the beginning, but you're gonna learn it really fast. You're gonna get really good at it. It's like the wrist rolls. You have to calm yourself down and not necessarily slow down. But let me show you. Just dropped it again. You're gonna drop it, pick it up, drop it, pick it up. Straight over your head. And this is called a palm roll. And your hand is just opening up, and the bow is going to pivot in your palm, or it's gonna spin. Let me see if I can get that close enough without hitting the camera. Show you from an angle. See that? And then I go the other way, bring it back. Go one way, go the other way. Let me try from the other angle. Go one way, go the other way. Get a little bit lower. One. See, how about that? One, two, from the back. One, two. So then you're gonna just do that. 1, 2. And how many times? 50 per hand. You can cut it down into sets of 10, 10, 20, 20, 30, 30. Or do all 50 at once, or do sets of 25. And at first you might do that a lot, pick it up. Or, this is what I see if I can make it happen. This is what I hear the most. When I start doing this in person, I hear, well, let me try to do it. Did you hear it? My head's so hard, I don't feel that much. But I hear, ow. I hear that, bung, ow, bung. Depending on, I hear how high pitched that is. That means this is a old staff without a lot of moisture inside. If this would break if I hit anything, I just keep it around because I've had it for a million years and I love it. That's my hard head. When it's a dull thud, that means it's a denser staff and it hurts a little bit more. All right, so palm rolls over your head, and you're going to be doing some freestyle at some point, and you're bringing it around, and you're doing all these cool moves, and you're coming through, and at some point you're going to do a palm roll, or you're going to do a couple palm rolls. You're going to let it go, and then you're going to get into the Darth Maul pose or something like that. So that's why you want to be able to do that. Exactly. It's just like before, when I was younger and very competitive with Olympic-style Taekwondo, you would kick things so much that you deaden, and then we'd wrap the bag with a certain kind of rubber with knobs on it, so that when you kick it, it starts to deaden the nerves. You wanted to deaden the nerves so that you could be fighting, and you might hit someone in an elbow or a knee or shin to shin. You want your bones so dense that they don't break. The other person, maybe they're not so lucky. But it's a very competitive environment that I grew up in with the competition. But you wanted to have the ability to hit full power, full speed. And so, yeah, I'm sure I've desensitized my grape, my noggin. All right, 80,000 spins. We're up to 80,000 spins. We only have 2 left, and I saved the best 2 for last. The last one is going to be a skip catch. Skip catch, and the key here is that my hands are apart. Now, if you look at if I bring them together, look what it just turned into. It's a butterfly spin. You know how to do a butterfly spin. That was the first one. Skip catch allows you to open the hands up a little bit more, crank those elbows out, snap that thing around so you get more speed, but if it hits anything, it's falling to the floor. But that's not why you're doing it. You're doing this to really build power, speed, strength in the forearms. It's not a fighting move. This is a move that gives you stronger for when you defend yourself or do combat bow staff. Yeah, Ruby and Millie says if I hit myself, it means I'm doing it right. Absolutely. Don't expect, we're working on riding the bike down here with my 2 really little ones, my younger ones. And my daughter keeps saying to me, because she'll get a scratch or a bruise, and she hates getting a scratch and a bruise. And I'll say, you know what? That's the price. The price you pay for the freedom of being able to ride your bike anywhere. You get that freedom of mobility, freedom of speed. You get to go out and play. Your friends are riding bikes, your cousins are riding bikes. Now you get to go with them. Mom and dad go around the neighborhood. We all get to go faster. And then you learn some tricks. You pop a wheelie. You hop on the thing. You whatever you're doing. Hello to Indiana, Laser Cat Say greeting from Indiana. Is it snowing where you are? We've already identified it's snowing in Dayton, Ohio, or was, and in Michigan, but it's also raining and gray in some places too. What's it like in Indiana? What part of Indiana? Are you out in the middle of the state where the swamps are? A lot of people don't know that about Indiana. Lots of swamps, lots of black widows, brown recluses, snakes, everything. Everybody thinks Indiana is just a flat cornfield state, but not in the interior. Interior, it's all wetland. Not all wetland, there's a lot of it. All right, last two spins. Number 9 is that skip catch. And like I said, you already know how to do it. It's the butterfly, but your hands are apart. And you can go one way, and you can go the other way, or you can change which hand is on top. Let me see if I can do it. Oh, I just switched. There we go. Which hand's on top, or which hand's on top. You can do 25 per side, however you want to do it. But do 100 skip catches for bow staff mastery. Now you're at 90,000. Over 100-day period, you've done 90,000 spins, and you've mastered at the basic level. But that's important. Most people never master the basic level of anything. And if you learn how to play music, if you learn languages, if you learn how to write really well, whatever your passion is, or your job, or your activity, you want to be the best at it. You have to master that basic level. And if you don't master the basic level, there's no foundation built upon with the tricks, the cooler stuff, making up your own style, making you're a musician. You have to master the chords. You have to master reading music. You have to master the notes. You have to master playing someone else's music. Then you make up your own music. If you don't, and some people try this, they say, oh, well, I'm just creative. I'll make my own music. And they're the only one that thinks it sounds good, right? 20 degrees Celsius. Patty says it's 20 degrees Celsius. What is 20 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? Just like with centimeters and inches, I don't know how to do that math. If I were there, I would know how hot or how cold it is. All right, last spin. This gets you to 100,000, but let's review real quick in case you came in late. Number 1, first spin to bow staff mastery after you do your warm-up is the butterfly spin, going 25 in each direction or 50 in each direction, or you can change which hand is on top. And then, this is very informative. Thank you very much. Tune in again. Thank you, Tanya. Thanks for working out with us. Thanks for being here together. 68 degrees. Tanya, before you go real quick, I'll show you number 10 is going to be finger rolls. We're going to go over that in just a second in detail. But if you want it all 10, do your normal 20 degrees Celsius is normal. All right, number 1, butterfly spins, 50 per hand. That's 100 over 10 or 100 days. Daily discipline leads to mastery in anything. Daily discipline leads to mastery. Daily discipline of spins, 10,000 spins or 100 spins per hand or 50 spins per hand, 2 hands, leads to 1,000 spins a day if you do 10 different spins. So that's what we're talking about. Do that for 100 days. It's not going to take you 20, 30 minutes a day. That's your workout. You see I'm sweating. It's going to force you to get your core engaged. It's going to build strength in your upper body and your lower body. So then after 100 days, you will have done 10,000 butterfly spins. You've got basic mastery. Number 2, forward figure 8, 50 per hand. Number 3, reverse figure 8. Now you're up to 30,000 spins over 100 days. Number 4, for bow staff mastery, you want to get really good at using the bow. And bow staff means staff. So if you run into a purist or somebody who's done Kobudo martial arts, or they're in a traditional Okinawan school, their master may have said, or their instructor may have said to them, Sensei Ralph said, don't say bow staff. Bow staff means staff. That's a sign that you don't know what you're talking about. Well, yes, that's what bow staff means. It means staff. I say it anyway because a lot of people are looking for bow staff. Yeah, call it a bobo. That'll really make them happy. That's a joke. I call it a bow martial arts long staff. Bow martial arts long staff stick. We can go at it all day. Slackline. I love using the slackline. You said, have you ever used the slackline? Yes. In the old martial arts school I had a slackline on the ceiling, and from that I hung all kinds of balls and rings and triangles and bars so that we could work the upper body. And on the bottom, we had the slack line so you could work on your balance. And holding a staff is a great way to improve your balance when you're walking a slack line. So yes, I have used a slack line. All right, we have thumb side wrist rolls. That gets us to 40,000. Then pinky side, 40,000 in 100 days. Pinky side, bow spins. These are bow wrist rolls. That gets you to 50,000 spins over 100 days. And then, overhead, 60,000, behind the back, 70,000. And then palm rolls over the head in either direction. You can let them spin, you can count each one. Palm spins, 70,000. No, 80,000. Is that 70,000 or 80,000? What am I missing? Skip catch. Yeah, that's 80,000. Skip catch, 90,000. And finally, last one, finger rolls. And the reason I do finger rolls, I want you to do finger rolls, is to build strength in your grip, but more importantly, to keep away the pain in that not to get the tendonitis. Joe is a medium-sized staff. The Hanbo is the short one. The Joe comes up to your armpit. It's about 55 inches for most people, 54 inches. The Hanbo is shorter, like 48, 44 inches. And then you have the Yawara, the palm stick. So you're going through here, and when you first start, it might not be that great. Difference between the butterfly and the skip catch is that butterfly, your wrists are constantly in contact. They never come apart. See that? They're always touching. Skip catch, they're never touching. And different people will do it. You'll see this done in a couple different ways, but it's basically the same thing. Or there'll be, so the finger thing, you said the finger thing looks hard. See what I do with my other hand? I put the other one. The question is, you want to buy a staff that is 72 inches, and how heavy is it? It all depends on the wood. Hold on, I'm going to show you why. Or I should say the material, right? This is rattan. Now, when I use rattan, see how much that flexes? This is more speed. It's going to be lightweight. We're on the finger roll, by the way. This is a continuous finger roll. Every time you go down and back, that's one repetition. So this one, always the question is, can you assist with your other hand? And the answer is 1,000% yes, because depending on the diameter, this is a 1-inch diameter staff. That's pretty big. It's not a pencil, but that's pretty big. That's going to really flex your hand. The nice thing Dr. Stevens says, that's a really cool staff, looks like it hurts. Rattan is the same thing that they use collie sticks or my one cane. So it's very sturdy. It's actually a grass, like a bamboo, but it feels like a wood. It's sturdy, but it's nice and lightweight. It's a great way to start. These are on the second link below. If you go to that link in the store, you can see what they generally cost. I put the tape on it. Again, this is one of my teaching staffs where I say purple side, orange side, and usually I put them in closer so that you can see, and I can be closer to the camera. But that's what this is. So that, lightweight, good. Tanya says she thinks it's fast learner. You are a fast learner. I know you are. This one is medium weight. So this is oak, and it's just painted black. There are black woods, but that would be extremely expensive. I don't even know if it would be straight at this length. But this black wood staff is wood painted black. You can take whatever you have and paint it black. You don't have to buy a black staff, but if you want to buy one, there are things down there. No, the question is, is it a problem if the staff curves a little, get sticks from no, absolutely not. It's better for you if you learn how to fight with all kinds of different staffs. Learn how to spin a crooked staff. Learn how to spin a staff that's heavy here and light here. Learn how to spin a staff like the Silambam, the Indian style, that is half the diameter. And they all have different properties, but it doesn't mean one's better than the other. learn how to hit with a length, learn how to thrust, learn how to strike at the angles, learn how to strike with the hands like this, the hands like this, learn how to walk your hands over your staff. They're all correct. I want to show you one more staff because as you talk about weight, your question was, if you get a 72-inch staff, will it be heavy? If it's red oak, it's going to be heavy. If it is the staff that you mentioned with the diameter, that should be a middleweight staff. This is 1/2 inch aircraft aluminum, aircraft grade aluminum, what do they call that? But this one's pretty heavy. Good, you made your own staff from a backyard branch. Yes, the staff you own is the best staff you own. Amen. Thank you, Dr. Stephen. That's exactly right. Get the aluminum. This staff, you can go to a company called karatemart.com. All one word. They don't pay me anything. They don't give me anything. I bought this one with my own money because I like it, right? But that's where I got it, karatemart.com. This is not a great beginner staff, though. This is a great staff if you've been training for a while because it's very heavy for the size of it. Yeah, good. Steve said he had me at finger rolls for tendonitis. Your elbow hurts. The reason, if you think about what we're doing, not just here, but most of the time. Sinjaman, you asked how much this weighs. I don't know exactly. It weighs probably 1.5 pounds, but it's very rigid. It doesn't bend, and it's just fun. It's different. It's fun. Red oak is about 2.5 pounds. Yeah, this might be 2.5 pounds. This is about the weight of my red oak staff that I broke in half and I haven't replaced yet. That's why I haven't been using it in the videos. I'm going to cut it down to a Hanbo and do some Hanbo videos. That's why I haven't gotten rid of it though. So there's another way to help with the tendonitis. The reason we get tendonitis is because you just do squeezing motions or flexion, right? Your fingers extend and flex. You have extensors and flexors, extensors and flexors. Yeah, Monkey King. I love the Monkey King. The Chinese stories of the Monkey King, and the Koreans have Monkey King stories. The Japanese have Monkey King stories. It's a very old story. The Monkey King fights with celestial staff, right? And I love the stories of the Monkey King. And there's a lot of movies. If you look at Asian movies, a lot of Monkey King movies with some pretty cool staff fighting action. My kids and I watched Rogue One Star Wars with Donnie Yen, and he plays a blind Jedi martial artist, and he just beats the stuffing out of all the stormtroopers with his staff. And of course, Rey in Star Wars also uses a staff, and Morgan in The Walking Dead uses staff. So staff's a very popular weapon, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle weapon. There are a lot of great portrayals, but it's just a fun weapon to use. When you do too much squeezing, and everything we do here, this is squeezing. Butterfly spins, that's squeezing. There's a little opening, but it's mostly holding closed. And then if you think about whatever work you do, or if you're big into the thumbs, or if you do a lot of work and you don't have perfect typing posture. There's perfect typing posture, by the way, that gets rid of the carpal tunnel and the thing. No, Skylar asked, is the metal staff better than the wooden one? Absolutely not. Is the wooden one better than the metal one? Absolutely not. I have a high impact plastic that lights up and becomes a light staff. Is that better? No. I have a double bladed lightsaber in the corner that is basically a lightsaber staff when you screw the two swords together. Is that the best one? No. I have two-piece bow staff that looks like two pull cues screwed together. It's great lightweight. It's a little bit durable. Is that the best staff? No. But the answer is, it's not better, it's not worse, it's different. So each one has its own quality. It's like saying, what's better, a Porsche race car that I can look out and see right now? Yeah, I love rattan. Sinjaman says he likes his rattan bow staff bounces off the ground. That's very Chinese traditional. Yes, I like it for that too. I like to do with the rattan a lot of Chinese forms, more of the wushu kind of stuff, and with the oak, more striking for self-defense. So that's really the answer. What are you using it for? If you had a Porsche race car, or Porsche, however you want to say it, or even better, down here, I see him almost every day. There's a guy that's got a bunch of different Lamborghinis. Got orange one, purple one. It's not Rick Ross, by the way, but he's got a purple one and an orange one. I looked. I said, is that Freeway Rick Ross? It wasn't. But he goes, he has a collector. He's got all these cool, and they're so loud and they're so fast. He takes off down the street every time. And then there's a guy with a giant pickup truck parked out front right now. And then down in front of the fancy needlepoint store with the ladies, there is a beautiful Bentley convertible. So which one's better? The Bentley convertible, I can tell you which one costs more, the purple Lamborghini or the big pickup truck, giant lifted tires, and they pull the boats down here and they go into the water with these giant boats. And so he probably has a truck like that so he can put his boat in the water. So the question is, what are you going to use it for? If you want a general purpose staff, start with whatever you have. If you are using it, if you want to walk the street, go for a hike, and feel safe for self-defense, get a red oak staff, right? Metal is going to be, this is eventually going to bend, it's going to get nicked up. If you're going to do a performance on stage at a tournament, or you want to do a performance, so I have one person who I can't say that. So somebody who's training the, oh, thank you, Laser Cat, for becoming a virtual student. Person who's training IFBB Pro wants to get on stage, and as part of the routine for the competition, kind of like a beauty pageant, has different talents, wants to do bow staff. That would be perfect for something like this, or even, I didn't show you, but I've got even lighter staffs made out of graphite, made out of polymers that are real fancy and go extremely fast. So what's the best staff for you is, one, the staff you have to train with now, and two, as you look forward to getting another staff, what are you going to use it for? If you're the guy that owns the pickup truck, you need to put your boat in the water. You can't do that with a Porsche. It's going to pull your Porsche, $280,000 car, boom, right into the water. You're not going to do it with the convertible Bentley. If you're an old grandma who has nothing but money and time, and you want to drive around with the sun down or have everybody know how rich you are, buy yourself a Bentley, or better yet, a Rolls Royce, like I can see across the street at the fancy, there's a store, they sell fancy fabrics. So you can redo your house in Lily and all kinds of, fancy, whatever, Gucci fabrics. So if you're that person, buy yourself the Rolls Royce. If you're the young guy who works hard all day and wants to come on the weekend and put their boat in the water and go out to Peanut Island and crack a few back, go buy yourself a big old giant pickup truck that can handle that boat. Alan says, good morning, sir. Alan, good to see you. So the question, which is better, metal, wood, plastic, bigger, smaller, thicker, heavier, lighter, all depends on what you want to do with it. Start with what you have though. Invest your time before you invest your money. Grab a broom, even if it's a cheap metal one, bend the end of it off or cut it off or whatever, something that you can use. Get a stick out of the backyard, go down by the river, pick a willow branch, whatever it is that you can get, and learn first how they move. And then as you invest your time, start to look around, where can you buy something better? Where can you pick up something better? What's going to be the best for you is going to depend on how are you going to use it. In my case, I have like one of each, right? I don't even have all the ones that I had in Ohio. I left half of them there, and it makes me sad all the time when I think about the staffs that I don't have, because I have a Lexan staff, a polymer staff that's really flexible, but we turn off the lights and you hit it with a spotlight, then it looks like I'm using a lightning bolt. It's the coolest staff in the world. I don't know why I left it in Ohio. I know why I left it. But I have all these other super cool versions of different staffs because there's no limit to what you can do. But start with one. Start with the one you have, and then maybe get one lightweight, one heavy. Get one for demonstration, one to show off with, and one to walk the streets with, or go hiking on your next camping trip. And then if you have to, get into a better position to defend yourself. But you have to be able to do one or more. And it's, if you have only one, do the basics. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Tanya, it's good to see you. See you guys later. You guys have been awesome. Thank you.